All right, YouTube Nation, what's going on? We're up here in the jungle, as you can see behind me, and we're back on Westlake, and you don't ever give up. I caught some nice big slab specks out this son of a gun about this time of the season in 2021. We're catching the crap out of bass though. That's one of four of them right here. We catching up. We catching the crap out the bass. I see the bass out there chasing chasing the shed all out there, and it's kind of windy too. If you can't, you can see behind me the trees are blowing on me, and then with the trolling motor, I'm trying to troll. That's kind of tough, you know. I mean, I don't want to burn the trolling motor up too much. I'm gonna troll again later on in a little bit, but I'm up here in this jungle because these specks are they're playing hard up in here, man. I mean, I know I hit the place hard, and like I shared with y'all, I don't know if other people hit it hard too. You know, between 21 and now 25, you know, and but the corner that I tore up 45 is right there. The corner that I caught 45, I'm gonna hit that corner too. I got minnows again. And all these came on, well, they came on jig and minnow tip with a minnow. I tipped the jig with a minnow, and I caught these bass with that way. But I wasn't, you know, I didn't really want to burn no film until I started getting into them, you know. And it's tough. It's tough on this lake, you know. And one thing I'm starting to lean towards is bigger systems. You know, I mean, this is close to home, but I tell you what, you know, next time I head out, I know I'm gonna do the homework and see what big system I'm gonna go hit, and that's where we're gonna go target some big specs at. Because this here place, it was great, and I caught a lot of, you know, some good numbers out of here. Now, I would have done caught some by now, so I think it didn't have some pressure besides me hitting this place. So we're catching bass though. I got 3 more in there. Let's see. Come here, boy. Don't want to lose him. There go another one right there. Get him by the mouth. Get him by the mouth. Get him by the mouth. There go another one of them right. Is that thing on? Damn, did it go off? I thought it went off. Yeah, there go another one of the 4 right here. This is the one I was just holding, but here's another one of the 4. So we ain't coming out empty-handed, but the bass are showing up. Where's these specks? That's why I'm in the jungle, and I'm gonna let y'all sit here with me in the jungle and see if we can snatch some specks from out of all this here brush right here that we're looking at, all right? Hang tight, guys. I got one cork sitting right there. Nobody's bothering with it. So we're going back into the jungle. Y'all hang tight. Hope y'all can see me. Real strategic casting up in this kind of stuff. Well, I need to get that one little brush out my way right there. But it don't take nothing. Let's try this again. Always something in your way. That one twig right there, get out the way. All right, that was pretty good. I like that. Come on, somebody else smash that. Come back fishing at its best. Let's get back up in there a little bit more. Oh yeah, I like that. Come on, man. Somebody ought to wipe the crap out of that. Come on, buddy, go on down in there. Then going against the wind here, I don't know if y'all can see me up here. I have to turn that camera a little bit more. It's kind of tough going, but I love it. Combat fishing. Get off there. Get off there. All right, we got that off there. I caught it. Well, that wind is something else. I like it. Stay cool, but man, is it slow. I'm gonna go deeper. I'm gonna see how deep I can go right here. Some angling mind telling me, let's see how deep we can go. We're gonna go a little bit at a time. Get around there. I don't know if anybody's into it. That's a slip bobber system. That's a slip bobber system right there. And man, I'm gonna tell you, I wouldn't be able to do this if I didn't have a slip bobber system, because if I was fishing 2 or 3 feet, my bobber would be up here. Slip bobber system, I can sit here and pick this thing apart. All right. Anybody on? Come on. Yeah, I gotta be somebody down there. Get from around there. Get from around there. Nah, Lee out there. I'm gonna bring it back down. I'm thinking in this brush and that cover, they're gonna sit shallow. That ought to be pretty good there. In this cover, they're gonna sit shallow around here. Okay. See if we can get back up in there with it. Go on down, buddy. Go on down. Nobody touched that bobber right there yet either. All right. Come on, that's a stick up right there. You got 1, 2, 3 sticks in up in that thing. All right. I see you over there. We're gonna see if we can get right here on the out in the front door. I mean, thing looks so good. I mean, it's the big old brush. Like I told you, Milton blew this thing from down there to right here. And this is about 7, 8 feet of water right here. You know this ought to be pretty good. I know all the specks ain't gone out of here. They may be scattered, but I mean the bass out there chasing shit. You can see the bass, they're very active. These specks, they playing hardball. That's what made me gonna go hard in these for sure. I've been in here since dark this morning. Oh, my cambo's still doing his job back here. I'm up here playing around. I got another cork sitting right there. Ain't nothing touched it yet. Yeah, man, I've been in here since dark. Like I said, I ain't want to burn no film. You know, you guys get, boring watching me waiting on something to happen. So we're gonna pull this one in. All right, I thought I was hung up there for a minute. Yeah, I was hung up a little bit. All right, we're gonna concentrate on one pole. Keep the maintenance down. All right, so we got that going right there. Let me go up in here. Try to get y'all around a little bit to see what I'm doing. Got bird nests all around here. That looks real good there. Casting technique is a must right here. There you go. Boy, I tell you, that should be a hit right there. That should be an instant take. This place, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to sit down so y'all, this place is really starting to get to me. I mean, get to the point to where I got to go look for some real fertile ground, where there's a bunch of fish and the place is huge. I think this place been hit pretty hard by me and other people on the spec side of things. Yeah, but I got 4 bass in there. Like I'm saying, I got 4 bass in there. But the specs, boy, I tell you, they hiding pretty good. They sure testing your angling knowledge up in here today. Any of us. Sure testing mine. I was here last week and I'm back this week. And I could probably go out there and catch some more bass, but I got enough bass. And them bass tasted pretty good too, man. I said, hey, y'all taking a ride. So, man, that should be an instant take. Boy, a place like this, I'm telling you, these phosphate looking systems, that's what this is. They dug it a long time ago back in the 70s, the mid 70s, and stalked the crap out the place, and they were fishing it. Like I say, they got no trespassing sign. You couldn't even get in here at one time. So, probably when I got in here, like, 4 or 5 years ago, I seen the signs. I said, the heck with the signs. Then, you could just tell that it's not being enforced like it was back, probably some 10, 15, 20 years ago. Because there's another one on the other side, too. There's a pond on the other side. I was thinking about trying to get in there, but it takes a lot of work, to get in there. You got to carve your way in there. I got in there before one time with this boat, so I didn't want to mess with that today. I like to look it over first and see where I'm going to go in at, so when I do come to fish it, I can go right into to where I'm going to go in at, boom, and do what I need to do and get on in there. But I caught some nice specks out of that little spot too. It's like it's like a little small pit type, like this here one's carved all kinds of ways. Look at that on the map. Got the canal that goes up in there the way I came in. There's a canal right behind me over here, and it goes and opens up out there. Then it goes to the back. I was in the back earlier, and but that side over there is just a round. They just dug a round bowl out of it. And that's what I'm gonna got some nice specks in it too. And that'll be a place I like to get today. Like I say, you need to carve your way to get in there because it done grown up around there real bad. But I bet you if I got in there with these minnows, I'd probably do something pretty good because ain't nobody probably touching them over there, And they're in here, but they're probably scattered. They're not like they used to be. I mean, then again, if you catch them bundled up, because I could be a little bit wrong, So I'm gonna hit the corner and hit the places that I caught them, and that's the don't give up part. I'm gonna hit the place where I caught these fish at, and see if I can get to look at me a few specks out of here. Boy, they're pretty too. I told you that there's some pretty looking fish. They taste good just by the way they look. Man, that looks so good up in there. I can't believe there ain't nobody home there. Let me go right here. All around the twigs. I'm gonna actually have to get hung up just to try to get see if I can get a bite. But like it goes, if you ain't getting hung up, you're not fishing. You're not going after them anyway. Let me go back in there. This thing looks good. This thing looks good now. Boy, that looks good. Pretty green water. Wipe that bait. Got a bunch of little minnows I see sitting right there. So that ought to be pretty good. How deep am I here? I know I'm about 7 feet. Yep, about 7 feet. I'm gonna go a little deeper. Just a little bit deeper. Maybe they're deep. They're sitting down close to the bottom. I don't like that. Let's do that thing right. Let's do that thing like you know how to do it. There you go. Go on down there and get him, buddy. Go on. I know they're down there. Whatever. Still right there. Come on, snap it. Just give me one of them snap it. That's it, boy. Let me change it. Come on, guys. Come on. Come on now. I'm gonna go back and hit this one. Oh, I thought I had a hit for a minute. Hit this one corner back over there. All right, boys, come on. Can't run forever. Right there in the strike zone, right there in the strike zone. The place ain't empty, come on now. I mean, that's Spec Haven right there. All right. All right, what we're gonna do, y'all, I'm gonna hit that corner right quick, like I said I was gonna do. See if I can back out of here right quick. Where am I? There you go. Now we'll sneak up on them with the trolling motor. If they're over there. Get these boys, get it baited up right quick so when I get over there, I tell you, I don't know what it was that season, man. I destroyed him in that corner. I mean, actually destroyed him. See the front of that boat. Okay, yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. See what we got, folks. Let's see what's in that corner. Fish my way in there. I tell you, that wind just flung a melon off of everything. Just flung the melon off. Boy, I don't know where this wind come from, but I know we got a Hurricane Melissa out there. I don't know if this is breaking off from her. Where you going, boy? Where you going? Okay, he's going back that way. Put him on spot lock. Boy, I spot locked right here back in that day. You know how it is. You know those memories, you just crushing them. Going over there while he's trying to get spot locked. There you go. That's a nice catch. Yeah. Boy, I love to see somebody snatch that from me now. Good catch right there. Man, I could not do that. Well, they were on that son of a gun. By the time it hit the water, they were on it. Go down. I need to get this right line off there. Don't keep us right there. That's perfect. Keep me right here. Well, I don't know what it was in that corner that year. I remember seeing all the minnows that was gathered up around the place. Of course, they had their food source right there. And every time I came across this corner right here, I'm looking at, bam, I got nailed, caught a speck. And it made me think about, hey, you need to stop and set on this thing, man. And I had a little jig about like this. Little jig like this. Actually, they were in there so thick, I throw a jig, a grub tail like this up in there. Time to hit the water, they had it. Man, I loved it that. And threw another little, called a panfish assassin. I threw that up in there just to see if they'd hit that. Man, whatever they were doing in that corner that year, boy, I tell you. And I got to say, the food source was there because there's a bunch of minnows out there at the corner. And man, they were in there doing their thing. And I caught 45 of them. And I was sitting up. See, I got a spot lock right now. I was sitting up. This is perfect. He had me sitting just like this. And I was able to just cast in there with a jig and just, man, wear them out. You know I'm begging for that again right now, huh? Yeah, you got to put your work in. This is how all of us anglers are. You got to put your work in. I caught some bass. So I'm not empty-handed. You know, I don't feel like, you know, time wasted or nothing like that. I caught some, you know, I just seaweed's kind of coming back on here, but I caught some bass, you know, and got some bass fillets to knock off later on. But you know, one thing about being an angler, you particularly have a fish you're going after. You know, you know, I'm going after snook today, so you catch your bait and all that kind of stuff, and then you know, at the same time, you know, you can go ahead and catch a limit of snook, which is just disgusting nowadays. I remember when it used to be 2 snook a piece. But anyhow, you catch your limit of snook, then you'll go catch some more redfish on the same baits primarily, and trout right after that. Do your inshore slam, you're looking pretty good. Especially if you got, you know, they're gonna be for tape. You know, you doing for groceries. I'm always fishing for groceries, man. I ain't, you know, hey, I'm a sportsman, but I love eating me some fish. No, I'm not there. Well, that should be going right there. They're right here, right where that cork's sitting there. I should be showing y'all a speck right about now. Yep, place done been hit by, you know, it didn't, I don't know, the speck deal. I should be seeing a speck right about now too out of here. Water been hanging at 75 degrees, so that's pretty good temperature. You know, versus when I was in here this summer, man, it was like shooting 90 degrees. Okay, cause boy, I tell you, I'm gonna go around the bend a little bit. Cause they were in there that one season, they might be right over there next time, you know. Cause they like this area. And right now I ain't seeing too much of a minnow population. Like I said, the bass are chasing shad out there, so that's what kept me out there trolling, because the speck that are still in here, I mean, there's still speck in here. It just, you got to work hard to catch them. That's it. You got to work hard to catch them. And I hate dragging film and not catching. You know, I can't stand watching videos myself and there's no catching. It happens like that though. And then again, it's good to look at that video. You look at the surrounding, you look at nature. So it's not all about really if the person ain't catching. I hope you can look at him and like, well, I know if he was in the right place, he could catch him. You got that right. Like I said, if I was in the Okeechobee or Big Lake Talquin up there in Tallahassee, we'll be showing you some big specks. Guaranteed. Between talking to the resident anglers, like, you know, like you don't talk like you know everything. You know, hey man, well, you know, you guys catch specks up here? Oh yeah. I always wanted to catch me a speck. Where's a good place around here in Talquin to catch them? Oh, all right, I gotta tell you everything. You go over there and smash them. You go over there and smash them, boy. He'll probably be waiting on you when you come out. Hell, you tried to clean it out, didn't you? Nah, you ought to do. Oh boy, you be waiting on you when you come out. You come out with 50. All pound and a half, 2 pounds. Talquin got some big specks in them. I done seen the videos. Got to make that trip. That's another thing that I must do, and I start doing that pretty soon. Is taking the trips to the place I know where they at. Going and that's good. When you talk about yourself an angler and master angler, all that, that's what being a master angler is. Not just fishing your convenient home waters, go and fish the other waters in your state. Make that that hour and a half or that 2-hour drive and learn those waters. Learn the place that you know, like a Talquin, Okeechobee, and other big places that Loch Loosa. Those places only an hour and a half drive for me away. You know, that's nothing. You know, Newman, I was looking at those. I'm gonna get my butt up to these places. This one, it's just getting ready to start. And that's a promise to self that I'm gonna make these trips and go and fish these places. You know, you go and fish them, you know, often enough to where you learn them and you know where you've been catching them at. And those places that produce all the time. And that's what we're talking about, like this place right here. This place produced real good for me back 4 or 5 years ago. And it's not producing the same way now. I mean, you know, it's because And then again with the regeneration, like the repopulation of the specks in here. Like I said, they're in here, but they just don't populate like they do in big areas, like big systems, like Tahquin or Okeechobee and the other ones. Those are big systems, and the population is scared. I mean, it's all over the place. You can catch them in more than just 10 places. You know what you're doing. You catch them in 20 different places, and I mean, load the boat up. And I seen the videos. People that fish it. Every time, there's one guy goes, every time, him and his wife, they're loading the boat up. And, a bad day for them is 25 fish. And that's just an hour and a half drive away from me. But, and that's one of the main things, though, and not beating myself up. I'm just saying what myself needs to start doing. And that's what we'll start doing, making them drives, have an appointed lake that I'm going to go fish that weekend and go fish that lake. And I'm definitely going to catch them. I won't catch them the way that I will be catching them once, I keep going there and learning the spots. But it's all good for you. You're learning the new lakes, hour and a half drive, which I'm over in them areas anyway when I'm working. I'm over in them areas anyhow. I drive over to those areas, Ocala and stuff like that. So get over to those lakes like that and get over there and pound them, and learn them lakes and fish new waters. And it's always, it's a fresh feeling anyway when you just fish a new territory and not fishing the same territory all the time. So that's pretty good too. Like I got a couple of guy buddies. That's why they fish like from Tampa Bay all the way up to like Tallahassee. They might go all the way up to like what I'm trying to think of, freaking Cedar Key. They fish from Tampa Bay all the way up to Cedar Key past Tarpon Springs there, way past Crystal River. And that's the area they cover. They're like, hey, okay, you want a guide trip with me? Where you live? Oh, I live in Crystal River. Okay, they got spots in Crystal River, and then again now they're networking in the guide service, in the guide business. Hey man, I've been catching them over here. Well, yeah, I got a guy. I got a charter, in your area, man, taking some people out, man. And the guy that lives in Crystal River, they in the same network, would tell him, hey man, look, I'm catching bait over here, and I'm nailing the redfish and big trout over here, and even a couple snook. Okay, cool. So he knows where to start, even though he lives in Tampa Bay. He knows where to start when he goes up there and take that charter out. And even though, like again, his grounds is from Tampa Bay to Cedar Key. So he going to Cedar Key, he'll talk to a guy buddy that lives in Cedar Key or close to Cedar Key. He'll put him on. And that's a good thing about the guide deal today. These guys are working together like that. And that's good. That's nice. That's nice, man. And boy, I'm gonna tell you, that's totally take a load off if you are a guide out of Tampa Bay going to do a charter up there somewhere north in Crystal River or Cedar Key. That's it. That network is a good deal. All right, guys, I'm thinking about going back to trolling because ain't nothing happened here. I couldn't do that, boy. That one year, boy. Oh man, I was putting in as quick as I could throw with it. I was putting in specs. And I tell you, the seaweed I noticed in here is coming back, so I don't want to run this too long. So wasn't gonna bring y'all along, but because old Westlake, man.